Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Atom. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Now, taking a look at the daily chart, you can see that we were in this channel up pattern. We had this bear flag playing out on the daily chart. We had this nice move to the upside, but we ended up losing the channel here and we came back up to retest this resistance, which was our previous support, and then we saw a move back down, and you're printing higher lows, which is great. You're printing higher highs as well, except for this last one. This is where you kind of ran into resistance once again, and you're trying to print another high here. We'll see how high we can get with this impulsive move to the upside, but with the way things are looking right now, I don't think we're going to be getting, above $10.59. I'm expecting a pullback. Bitcoin needs to refill just a bit before we head into the next impulsive move, into the next leg up in August and September. Once the 20 EMA on the weekly chart for Bitcoin has been retested, that's when I think altcoins such as Cosmos, Atom, and Polygon Matic are going to be good for buying. Now, if you don't have a position in these coins, then in that instance, you can buy right now. I have a nice position in Cosmos. My average buying price is around $10. And if we drop back down to $8, that's when I'm going to be buying. Just like the last time we dropped here, we did get some Cosmos Atom at $8, and I did advise my patrons on that immediately. And if you want to set up some buy limit orders in advance between $8 and $7.36, feel free to do so. If you did this the last time, you would have been filled from all these positions here, and you're already in profit. If we take a look at the ruler, from this price, $7.36, we've gone up 40%. So you could have made 40% if you had some buy limit orders set up. Let's say you targeted the top of this block, you would have been sitting at a 30% move to the upside, which is not bad at all, especially considering the fact we are still in a bear market. You can see there are a few yellow resistance trend lines above us. Those would need to be broken as well before we can officially start heading up and trying to reclaim this local high we printed in February. Until then, you can continue averaging in. Like I said, if you have a pretty good position right now, your average buy-in price is $7, $8, $6, then maybe just wait until we have another pullback. I'm not a financial advisor, but personally, I'm not buying any Cosmos coins at this moment in time, but if I didn't have any coins, I would probably be averaging in right here and all the way down to $8. Taking a look at the daily RSI, you can see we have a major resistance level, which is signified or outlined by the blue trend line. You can see we have multiple bounces. So the first one was back in January this year. Then we had a bounce in July, and actually twice in July. Both times we got rejected back down. The yellow trend line was a great entry. We did dip below it, as you can see, all the way down to the index of 21.8, which was an amazing buying opportunity for anyone who was bullish on Cosmos, and from there we saw a nice retracement to the upside. So even if you were entering for a short-term trade, this was also a very good opportunity. We can also set up some additional resistance trend lines if you're looking to swing trade or you're looking to get out of Cosmos as soon as possible for whatever reason. You can see that we do have another descending resistance trend line here. So a few resistance trend lines you can target. If we start breaking above them, we might head all the way back up into the overbought above the index of 70. We could see a repeat of the January 2023 situation where we got overextended, and let me just change this to blue. We got overextended here and you were sitting at the index of 86 on the daily. So if that ends up happening sometime in August and September, I would be assuming that's the local high, that's the bear trap for us, or the bull trap I should say. And from there we're going to see one last pullback into Q4 of this year, and from there we're headed into the bull market in 2024. So we still have 4 or 5 months left to accumulate our favorite altcoins at these cheap prices, and make sure you are capitalizing on this opportunity. Now let's jump into the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention my Patreon that's linked down below in the description. If you enjoy my content, you want to get more exclusive content, and you want to support me at the same time, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon, because you're going to get a 7-day free access on my Patreon and an instant access to all of my content since October 2021, which is when I started. You'll get access to content like exclusive weekly podcasts, and we're starting to invite guests already. We have 40 plus low cap gem posts. We have a bunch of project reviews. We have a bunch of resources that are going to help you save time and make more money with this upcoming bull market. So this is definitely a great exchange of value for the both of us. And once again, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to check it out. You can leave anytime, and let's continue with the video. Taking a look at the weekly, you can see that we do have two trend lines above us. Both of them are resistance trend lines because we are below both of them. So this one was our support back in June 2022, December 2022, and April 2023. Then we lost that in May. And now what we are potentially looking at is a back test of resistance. So we might see an impulsive move all the way up to $13, $13.50, which is going to be a nice retest of these yellow trend lines, where we're going to print another lower high, and we're going to get sent back down to the green support block. So we could have a very nice swing trade at our hand over here. So potentially target this trend line, see if you want to trade there. I'll be taking a look at the charts as well once we get overextended. As of right now, I'm not going to say that I'm going to be swing trading, because when we're close to the bottom, you want to be as safe as humanly possible. So don't expose yourself to unnecessary risks with all these swing trades. And as you can see, you're in this support block at the moment between $10 and $8.55. This is a very good level to be accumulating if you're looking at the weekly chart, because we had a nice support retest over here and a nice support retest in 2021. So, and we're doing the exact same thing in 2023. So this was retested once in 2021, in 2022, and right now in 2023. And of course we had this fake out here, but then we ended up recovering almost instantly. And you can see there is virtually no volume right now compared to what we saw back in 2021 and 2022. All of this is going to come back. Don't worry, it just takes time. When we get back into the bull market, all these volume candles are going to be looking exactly like they did back a few years ago. And if we're still assuming that the bear market bottom was printed in June 2022, we're looking at $73 and $98 and $142 for our extension levels to the upside. These are going to be our bull market targets. You can start selling maybe when you get to the previous all-time high. Depends on what you want to do. It's your money. But these are the targets that I'll be looking at. And unless we drop below the June 2022 low, these are probably the same ones that we're going to have after we go into 2024, or after we go through the halving event, because it's not looking like we're going to be losing this low anytime soon. If we have a major flash crash, we could come back into this lower support block between $6.85 down to $5.60. So if for whatever reason we end up down this low on Cosmos, I'm going to be buying a lot of coins, let me just tell you. And taking a look at the weekly RSI, we are still in this support block here. Great accumulation zone for anyone looking to get into the project. And your emergency support down below is going to be the index of 33.75. We had a few retests here, actually one retest prior to this in March 2020. And then we had this drop below in June 2022. Since then, we were sitting above the index of 35. So right now we're looking okay. I would wait for a breakout above this descending resistance trend line. This is a very important trend line for us to break, as we've been retesting it since August 2021. So we want to break above this trend line, have a back test of support, and off we go into the next bull market. And that is pretty much going to cover everything that I wanted to share about Cosmos Atom. Let me know what are your long-term targets. Let me know if you're entering. Let me know what is your average buy-in price. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something useful. Stay safe and take care.